Heartbeat St. Louis with BJ the DJ, a.k.a. BJ Holiday, bringing you the pulse of the city.
Hey, what's up? This your boy BJ the DJ, a.k.a. BJ Holiday. And in the studio today, I have my man, Mr. Howard Hughes of Howard Hughes Consulting. And we're going to talk a little bit about how we can get young people to get into business and how they can also, more importantly, obtain a scholarship this summer to start a business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, thank you for having me, by the way. It's a pleasure to be here. And, yes, I'm working with the youth, man. We're working on some great projects for the community.
Okay, that's cool, man. Okay, now before we get into, the youth, and, everybody, they just kind of come to the radio about the youth. But the one thing I want to talk about, let's talk about you and your consulting firm that you have. Talk to me about it, man. When did you start?
Yeah, so I actually started this company in college where I was working with small businesses on how to grow their business and actually make profits. So it all started off as a dream. I was going to company and I said, hey, listen, I can make sure that you make an extra $2,000-$3,000 a month if you work with me, if you use my business plan. And as time went on, people told me no, and then finally one person told me yes, and then I was given an opportunity and I was able to use that testimony to actually build my business.
Now, tell me this. Now, this is the most important thing you just said in that statement. You said that most people told you no, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How many no's did you get?
I probably got, I can't even count how many no's I got. I'm be honest with you.
Because that's the one thing, people, they don't realize that you go out and you ask somebody, hey, I got this idea. And they go, no. And then you get that yes.
Yep.
Okay, so can you talk to me about the business that finally said yes to you?
Yeah, so I actually started working with an aerospatial company where I was able to create contracts with them. And they were growing. They were trying to make things happen. Actually, I told them, hey, let me go out and do the work. Let me build these contracts, and then you can pay me later. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened. And I did it, and they were, making money. And I was like, shoot, this really works. And actually, I started to believe in myself a little bit more. And I started to duplicate that process.
Okay, now, in duplicating that process, I'm sure that as time went on, you had an opportunity to get in front of some different people. And how was that for you, man?
That was actually scary getting started. I realized that I was more comfortable in my home environment growing up in the hood than I was actually talking to these private equity groups and these investors and these corporations that could change my life in a matter of seconds, so I had to keep putting myself in that uncomfortable situation until I was comfortable. Mm-hmm. And, that's what it was. So once I got comfortable, once I built that confidence up, it was great from there.
Now tell me this, what was it that made you finally get comfortable being in that space? Because I know sometimes, like you said, you were very comfortable, from, growing up in the hood.
Yeah.
We really like, yeah. And then we have to switch those gears and talk to people that are not typically from our background, and we got to get in front of them. What made you end up getting comfortable with them?
Well, when I saw that other people were believing in the dream too. So I was pushing it and I was believing in myself. But once I saw that I was getting results and people was like, man, you are great. You are great at this. You good at this. You need to write a book. You need to talk to kids. You need to talk to people. More people need to see you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, shoot, they were stroking my ego a little bit.
So the stroking of the ego got you real comfortable and you said, hey, yeah, I got this. Now talk to me about it. Now I know you just said, people said you should write a book. Have you written a book?
I did. I actually wrote a book about marketing and growing your business.
Okay, what's the name of the book?
It's called Turning Your Ordinary Business into a Successful Empire.
Turning your ordinary business into a successful empire. Talk me through that,
sir.
Man.
So within this book, I wrote 10 chapters, okay? I actually wrote 15, but I picked 10 of those and put it in the book. And within that, I got 10 chapters that can help you capitalize your business, grow profits in your business, and even if you're not even an entrepreneur, it'll help you get promoted. Mm-hmm. It's the mindset change. And I wanted to push that. So you might not be able to relate to all 10 chapters, but you're going to get 3 or 4 real good chapters out of there that can help you in your career, your life, your business, etc.
Okay. All right. So is the book still on sale?
The book is still on sale. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. You might find it in your local Walmart, depending on the vendors. But, yes, I'm all over the place.
You're all over the place. Okay. Now, talk to me about the scholarship that you have available for kids who are trying to start a business. Talk to me about that.
Yes. So this is one of my favorite projects that I have out right now. I have a citywide essay contest that I'm actually doing in a few different cities. But in St. Louis in particular right now, I have where I'm working with 7th graders through 12th graders. They have to write an essay on how they would change the world through entrepreneurship. Now, I rented out a hotel. Actually, in St. Louis, I have it in the 801 building, sponsored by St. Louis Public Schools, where they're going to present these businesses in front of judges. And I'm presenting $1,000 of seed money to start that business for these young entrepreneurs.
Okay, so kids write an essay.
Kids write an essay.
Okay, now let's get a little technical here,
Okay.
because when people say essay, it could be 3 paragraphs.
Yeah.
And that's an essay.
Yeah.
So what's the criteria? How long does it need to be?
So
page, 2 page, what?
So I broke it down typically around 1,000 words. You just got to
Okay.
just make sure it's a clear understanding of what you're trying to do. As long as my team can completely understand your point, then we accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're into the contest. But as long as you can articulate your vision in front of us, we're willing to accept your plan.
Okay, so they write an essay.
Yes.
And then after they write an essay, and when is the deadline to turn in the essay?
So actually, now I pushed it to up until the actual date. So it's June 15th.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the actual contest. So up until the contest, you can submit and be entered into our contest. You're going to get a certificate, a Howard Hughes Entrepreneur Certificate, along with that seed money to start that business.
Okay, now tell me this: where do a kid submit that essay?
You can submit it at info@howardhughesconsults.com, or you can go to howardhughesconsults.com and submit it right through my website.
Okay, so they'll be able to click on the button and click on it. So I get my essay, I write it.
Yep.
Okay, I go to howardhughesconsults.com, or you said another one,
or email at info@howardhughesconsults.com.
info@howardhughesconsults.com.
Yes.
Yes, and that's the email address.
That's the email address.
Okay, so I do that. I wait. So is there a number of candidates you're going to take from that to get in front of this judging panel?
Yes, so I'm selecting 10 finalists.
Okay.
So out of those 10 finalists, there are going to be 3 final winners, first, second, and third place.
Okay, so 10 finalists.
Mm-hmm.
They come to 801 downtown, get in front of the judges, and then they have to articulate that plan, talk to the judges about the plan, right?
That's it.
That's it. Dress code.
Dress code. However, whatever represents your business.
Whatever represents the business.
As an entrepreneur, whatever represents what you are offering.
Doesn't matter, just as long as you represent your business.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, all right. So then after that, you take 3 different finalists, and they can walk away with $1,000 each, or is there $1,000 for first, a different number for second and third?
So we're actually breaking it up. It's going to be, I believe, $1,000, $450, and $350.
Okay.
So, so we're going to break it up between the winners. And then you get a certificate and a copy of my book.
You get a copy of the book to be able to follow the plan.
To be able to follow the plan.
Okay, got it. And that's going down June 15th?
June 15th.
And where's it going to be?
At the 801 building, downtown St. Louis, at St. Louis Public Schools Professional Development Department.
Okay, and then if people want more information, how do I get more information?
If you want more information, you can contact me on my business page on Howard Hughes Consults, Howard Hughes Consulting business page on Facebook. You can look me up on my consulting website, or you can also find me on social media at The Real Howard Hughes, and we can talk all about it.
Okay, so you said you were doing this in different cities. St. Louis is one.
St. Louis is one. We have Atlanta. We have Dallas. We have Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Okay, and how long have you been giving out these scholarships?
Oh, this is actually the first year for this one in particular.
Really?
This is the first year for this one in particular.
Okay.
And we're going to make it an annual thing. We're getting a great turnout. The St. Louis Public Schools, they loved it. So they're going to partner with me in the future and in other cities as well.
So what made you decide to do this? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know you talked about you was in college. You was able to start this consulting firm. I think you've owned several businesses yourself, and now you're back into consulting. Yeah. But what made you say, I need to go and help some kids out? What was it?
Well, I see myself in a lot of the youth. I mean, that's one of my biggest things. I see myself as a young entrepreneur wanting to do more, just wanting an opportunity. Mm-hmm. I want somebody to present an opportunity to me to be able to create my own destiny. Mm-hmm. You know, working for other companies, you're working for somebody else. They ultimately in control of your success and how fast you get promoted and what you can control. But if you create your own table and allow other people to come sit at your table, that's what I'm talking about. And I want to encourage that as early as I can. That's why I created this.
And then you said it's from kids from 7th
through 12th grade.
7th through 12th grade, they get an opportunity to do this. Now, the website again for where they can submit the essay, 1,000 words, right?
1,000 words.
Okay, what's the website again?
HowardHughesConsults.com, and submit the essay right through there, or at my email, info@HowardHughesConsults.com, and we'll send you a confirmation almost immediately to get you all set up.
Okay, now, here's the deal. We're dealing with inner city kids. So I got to ask this question.
Okay.
Because we have inner city kids. They have a phone, right? Mm-hmm. But the phone they don't have the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
To be able to send the information to you by the 15th.
Yeah.
What is there a fail-safe for any kids in that situation?
So I have a setup right now. You can go to the Omega Center, actually. Omega Center on Goodfellow, where you can submit the essays to Dr. White, Brother White, up there, and he'll accept them, and I'll actually take the papers. So if you don't have internet and you don't have you can't submit anything on your phone, you can go to the Omega Center on Goodfellow, hand the papers to Dr. White, and he'll get them to me, and you'll be entered into the contest.
So that means that if, in fact, a child is not able to type it, but they can write it out.
They can write it out.
And you can understand it.
And I can understand it.
And you can see it as 1,000 words that's written out. They're able to go up to the Omega Center up there on Goodfellow, and we all know where it is. Come on, y'all. Come on, somebody. You know, come on. Down the street from Natural Bridge. Come on. Come on, somebody. Come on, y'all. Yeah. Y'all know where it is. Right in between Natural Bridge and 70 on Goodfellow. Come on. Yeah. Come on now. Yeah. Right in between there. We know where it is. Right sitting over there on the east side of the street. Come on now. With the fence around it. Y'all know where it is. You can go up there and you can submit your essay, 1,000-word essay on your business plan and how you would change the world through business, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so give me that website again.
HowardHughesConsults.com, or the email at info@HowardHughesConsults.com, and we can get you all set up.
Okay, now if a person just want to contact you on some consulting, how would they do that?
You can reach out to me on HowardHughesConsults.com, and we have a whole layout of different description of what you may need me for. So whether it's a speaking engagement or one-on-one consulting or group coaching, etc., it's all on the website.
Okay. All right. Well, man, we're looking forward to it. It is June 15th, and what's the name of the event again?
June 15th. It's a citywide essay contest of St. Louis, and I'm looking forward to having a large crowd to support the youth while we're there, and just give back to the community. Okay.
Now, parents, if you have a child that's in the 7th grade to the 12th grade, and they're running around the house talking about, I want to have my own business, I want to own my own business, I want to be my own boss, or if you just encouraging them to do it, and they come up with a business plan, write it out, 1,000-word essay, turn it in. At least get it in before June 15th, okay? All right, get it in before June 15th, because in the game of the hustle of the business, you need to get it in before the date that you need to present. So get it in before June 15th. Submit it either through email, online on the website, and give me those two things again. Info@HowardHughesConsults.com or HowardHughesConsults.com. Okay, and then on the flip side of that, if you do not have a Wi-Fi and you do not have the ability to type it out, they can go to...
you can actually go to the Mega Center right there on Goodfellow and submit it to Brother White, and he'll make sure that I get those papers, and we'll submit them and enter you into the contest.
Man, I thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate it. I think it's going to be, this is a good thing. First annual, hopefully this is something you will continue for the rest of the, from now to eternity. We appreciate you stopping in. Howard Hughes or Howard Hughes Consulting, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you for stopping by.
All right, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
This has been another edition of Heartbeat St. Louis with BJ the DJ, a.k.a. BJ Holiday, bringing you the pulse of the city.